Hey guys, we're the Vegan Newbie. I'm Stephanie and this is Simon. And we just want to start off by saying we are very sorry for a brief hiatus. I know we haven't been posting for the past few weeks, but we do promise that that's going to be changing from now on. Things have just been crazy busy in our everyday lives. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to be consistent, but we're going to be posting videos every second Tuesday instead of every Tuesday. I think for now, at least until we get the hang of things, it's too hard to post every week. It's too much work until we get more used to, filming and editing, and it becomes quicker for us. So we do apologize for that. But we're back now, and yeah.
Yeah, so we just wanted to give a little quick intro. We've been vegan for about 4 months now, and we just want to kind of go over some of the questions we get from our friends and family, the day-to-day, and yeah, we just want to go over a few of those things.
Yeah, like a little bit of an update. I guess I'll start off with talking about the immediate changes that I've found. The most significant change that I've found so far is the change in my skin. So I've been struggling with adult acne for a few years now. I don't know why. I think now I know why. I think I might have had some sort of intolerance to dairy or something like that, because I have been vegetarian for the past 3 years. But as soon as I became vegan, very shortly after that, my skin just started to clear up. I still get the occasional blemish, but it's a lot better than it was before. Now I just have some acne scars that I'm gonna have to deal with or find some way to fix, hopefully, but I'm hoping that it gets better from here. So that's really cool effect, I guess, of being vegan. I also lost 7 pounds or so since, and that's with no effort at all. That's just with changing my eating habits and eating healthier. Another thing is, after we have a big meal, we don't feel bloated. We feel really full, but we don't have that bloatedness that comes with it, that you do with eating dairy, for example, or meats, because vegetables and fruit are easily digested in your stomach. So that's a really cool kind of feeling.
Unless we're drinking alcohol, then
yeah.
you definitely feel bloated.
If you're drinking beer or alcohol
and
or
also,
anything like that, you're gonna get the bloatedness with it.
And also too, like eating vegan, after a meal you feel more refreshed, you don't feel kind of weighed down. I feel like if you have a big meat meal, like you feel tired after. Mm-hmm. Whereas this, you just feel like you're more ready to go. For me, for immediate changes, I noticed that I'm always cutting my nails, which is
good. It's a good sign.
Yeah, for some people, it's annoying for me. But yeah, I'm always cutting my nails.
Your nails are a sign of health, so if your nails and hair are growing, then you're doing something right.
Yeah. One thing I noticed about being vegan is I feel a lot more involved in my food purchases now. Mm-hmm. Because you constantly have to look at the labels to make sure it's vegan. So while you're doing that, you're kind of looking at what else is in the food. For sure. And yeah, you just feel more involved in your choices, which is nice. It's probably the same feeling people get who, like, we're not calorie counting, but people who do that probably have like kind of the same feel that we do. You just feel more involved. Mm-hmm. Also, we feel kind of not angry at the world, but the more you learn about being vegan, the more you realize how a lot of the food choices I used to make, and that a lot of people make today, it's like it's almost pushed on you. Like you feel like you need, you feel like you need all of these animal products. When in reality, you really don't. And in today's world, with all the environmental impacts and stuff, it's bad, So yeah, I just feel more angry at kind of like the whole, scenario of the way food is today.
Yeah, absolutely. Another common question that we get is, where do you get your protein? We usually respond with a prolonged groan. Prolonged groan. But we won't get into that now. I'm sure a lot of the vegans out there can understand where we're coming from. We're going to talk about that in a different video, but don't worry, we're getting all the protein that we need. So no worries there.
Yeah, and one thing too about being vegan is your taste buds, they change, I love all these cool dishes that are just filled with different vegetables and different tastes and different spices. I find like I can taste my food a lot better now. Yeah. And all these cool mixes, like a lot of different curries and all these cool little things that we eat, like they're just so tasty.
You crave healthier foods. By cutting out all of these bad foods, your body realizes what it really wants, and it craves the fruits and the veggies and the nuts and the legumes and all of that stuff. So that's really neat to see that happen.
Yeah, like we used to buy like frozen hash browns, and we used to love them. But since we've been vegan, like they're still vegan, but we kind of notice more how really greasy they are. And before we used to like that, but now we like it's just too much. So your taste buds change for the better.
Yeah, for sure. Another question that we often get, sorry, we have notes here we're just referring to, is how do you give up cheese? How did you give up cheese? Is that possible? To be honest, that was the biggest thing for me when I went from vegetarian to vegan was, oh my God, how am I going to give up cheese? Cheese is life, cheese is love. But honestly, once you stop having it, you stop craving it. Like I don't crave it anymore. At first it was hard. For example, like we would have a glass of wine and Simon would be like, oh man, wouldn't it be good to have some pieces of cheese right now? And he'd be like, oh no, why would you mention cheese? You suck. And it's, but after a while you don't crave it anymore, honestly. And I think that has to do with your taste buds changing. You just start to crave healthier things, and it's not hard at all anymore to not eat cheese. So that's great. I find, like overall with cravings, I don't crave any more animal products at all. I mean, that could be because I was vegetarian for a few years, but I know that Simon at first was craving milk because he would love like a tall glass of milk every day or whatever. But your taste buds change and you just don't really have those cravings anymore.
I find I don't necessarily miss the food, but I miss the occasion. The other day we wanted to go out for breakfast. But it's really hard to find like a vegan breakfast place.
That's true. In Ottawa for now anyways.
Yeah,
there's just a couple.
There's a couple
that we know of.
One of them, it only opens at like 11 or 12, but like that's not really the morning. So I miss just going out for breakfast at a restaurant. Yeah,
a lot of breakfast restaurants, it's literally all meats or all eggs. Like there's nothing, unless you want a little bowl of fruit, piece of toast, and like some breakfast potatoes. There isn't really, a variety of foods for vegans, and that's really too bad because my favorite meal of the day, and I think you would agree with that, is breakfast. And it's just, there's nothing better than going somewhere and splurging on a nice big breakfast at a restaurant, but now it's just, our options are a lot more limited. But hopefully that'll change, considering, vegan is becoming a bit more popular, if you will. So I know that there's like little places here and there that are opening up, so hopefully that continues. Another common question that we get in our day-to-day lives is, oh, Simon, did you go vegan because Steph wanted to go vegan? Just because I was vegetarian and Simon went from eating meat to being vegan, but it was actually technically, it was both of our ideas, but Simon's the one who brought it up. So surprise. I'm really happy about that because I think we're both super happy that we're vegan, but we both have our reasons for doing it. That's going to be a whole other video because there's so much information to put in there and so many reasons that we want to talk about. But that is a common question that we get, so there's the answer.
Well, I've been thinking about doing the switch for a while anyways. But another question is, well, not so much a question, but it's just like, make sure you get all your nutrients, and a lot of people, they ask, like the question we had before, people ask me, where do you get all your protein? Well, when I don't say it, but I want to like, hey, where do you get all your vitamins and minerals? Because a lot of people that don't get all of these fruit and veggies, you're not getting all the vitamins and minerals that you need. But of course it does bring up a good point because
it is a good question.
There is a such thing as being a bad vegan, If all you're eating are potatoes and simple salads for every meal of the day, you're going to be missing out on a lot of things. Like if you're just eating salads, plain salads, you might not be getting all of the fats and the proteins that you need. And if you're just eating like potato or carb-based things, you might not be getting all the minerals. So it is a good point.
We make sure to get a variety of different foods with different minerals and vitamins and stuff as much as we can. And when we're we don't have time to make a big meal or anything like that, we do have protein powder, like vegan protein powder that we can have that will be a little supplement for that meal that we just don't have time to prepare, which we don't do that often, but it's an option.
Yeah, well, it's like anything else. Just make sure you have a balanced diet. It's the same thing for us, just balanced diet. A lot of the simulated meats, they have a whole range of of supplements already inside. Like she said, the protein powders. We have like a Vega protein, so it's not just protein, there's a lot of good stuff in there too. So
it's like a nutritional shake type thing.
Yeah, so you can have a smoothie for breakfast and you got everything you need in there. The only nutrient you can't get from being a vegan is vitamin B12. That's because vitamin B12 is made from soil-dwelling bacteria. These are eaten by animals, and when humans eat the animals, that's how you get your B12. But there are plenty of ways around that. For us, we prefer we sprinkle nutritional yeast on stuff that's been fortified with B12. Also, the Vega protein powder we get has B12 in it. A lot of our vegan meats have B12 in it. And yeah, you can buy supplements. You can even take shots if you wanted to. But it's not a concern as long as you're aware that you do need that.
And actually, we've been wanting to go get our blood tested to see if we have a good amount of vitamins and minerals in our blood. So that'll be interesting. We'll probably do a video on that. That way we can see if we're being good vegans. So that'll be interesting. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I mean, we're still new at this lifestyle. So, you know, we'll keep you posted with any other positive changes that we see, or if there's anything negative even that we see. We're sort of here just to inform and to, you know, basically inform those out there who are thinking about being vegan or just curious about the lifestyle. So we're learning as we go. That's the point of these videos. Yeah, we also actually had a friend mention to us that they went vegan for 2 weeks, but they didn't like it because they were super bloated all the time and they felt too full and whatnot. But you know what? That's actually something that's normal, because technically, for us anyways, like when you go vegan, you're cutting out a whole, you know, type of food group. You're cutting out meats and, you know, dairies and stuff like that. So your body's getting used to a lot more fibrous, healthy foods. So the more fiber, the more, you know, stuff is going on in your digestive system. So that's definitely something that's normal. Typically for new vegans, it can go anywhere from the first 2 weeks to the first 4 months. Where you experience that sort of bloatedness. It's different for everyone on what you get used to with your digestive system. For me, I'm still kind of in the process of getting used to the new lifestyle. I think I'm pretty much at the end now. I kind of went through the main transition process. Simon said he was done with that for a while, I guess.
I'm over it now, but it was definitely an interesting few weeks.
Yeah, but it's for the best.
Yeah. But you know, it makes sense because, like you said, you're cutting out a food group and you're replacing it with different kind of foods. With that, you're replacing your microbiome, so you're replacing the bacterial environment in your gut, and also too, just like with a large increase of fiber, you have like more bowel activity, I guess. But it's just not like it's adjusted now, but in the beginning, it is an adjustment period. Yeah. But that's one thing that a lot of people who don't eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, they really lack fiber, and fiber is very, very important. Yeah. You know, it's not just for our digestive system, but also our circulatory system. It has a whole range of benefits that it's really important to kind of tap into that.
All right, so that's the end of our 4-month update. We hope you enjoyed, and we hope it answered a few of your questions that you might have had. The next video that we're posting is going to be in a couple of weeks, as we've mentioned, and we're actually going on vacation next week, so we're going to be bringing the camera with us, and we're going to be filming along the way and sort of talking about snacks that we can bring on the road and how to prepare pretty much while you're on vacation, because it's, you know, we don't know what's going to be in the area, but we're going to try and do some research on vegan restaurants or vegan places and sort of showcase that in our video as well, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed our video, and again, we're so sorry for being on a brief hiatus. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. It's much appreciated, and follow us on our social media links. I'll put that in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching.